She was having respiratory issues, and at one point she was so lethargic that you could slam a heavy book on a table right next to her head and she didn't even flinch. So we knew that there was an issue, and we had taken her to a regular pediatrician who continued to tell us that she had some form of respiratory infection that they didn't want to do anything more than generalize. And they gave us a nebulizer and told us that we were supposed to nebulize her every 4 hours. And this is how she was supposed to live her life. We have a friend who was actually dating Dr. Howe's sister at the time who suggested to bring her in. We brought her in, and first visit, they tested her out for allergies and found out that she was allergic to dairy. Take her off dairy. She was fine within 24 hours. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Well, you know, kind of after something like that makes you a believer. So I started getting my adjustments from Jill because I was having problems. It turns out that I was allergic to wheat. I was having ulcer pains and the doctors couldn't explain them. And I came in and got tested by Jill, and then that's when I found out that I was allergic to wheat. So I got off the wheat, my pains went away, and then I started going through the adjustments just to fine tune and tweak everything and flush my system, and everything was working out great. So I've been kind of a firm believer ever since. I walk in the door, I go straight over to medical, and they take my vitals, which for me is very important because I have a high blood pressure issue and I am on a sodium restriction, and it's nice to come in here and have them check that for me every single time to make sure that I'm still in check. And then we go through the exercises and get me stretched out and start strengthening all the muscles, and basically we're doing that to put me back to where I belong, because over the years my spine has gone in the wrong direction. I'm actually negative in my curvature of my spine instead of positive. So now it's just a training process to get my body back to where it belongs. My stomach pains went away. I have started eating healthier naturally just from watching what my allergies were. Quit smoking. I have suffered certain ailments from accidents, and now I'm feeling the recovery from those accidents. I had blown apart my calf when I was kickstarting a motorcycle at work. And it put me on the couch for 6 weeks. Since then, my right leg has been numb. I am now starting to get the feeling back in my right leg from being here doing the physical therapy every day. So whatever they're doing to guide me into the right direction is helping out tremendously. I'm actually starting to get feeling back in a leg that I haven't felt in 6 years. No, you know how you bring it up onto the stroke and catch it, and then you just start to lay into it? It hit one tooth and then it slipped, and that pedal fell all the way to the floor right away. Well, I'd already shifted my weight to being on the leg and I couldn't catch it. So all the weight of my entire body slammed down on that pedal once it hit bottom, and then it jerked back up just a little bit, and that caused my muscle to flex and rip. An actual sports physician had recommended that I just keep the foot elevated for 6 weeks. That was it. Well, so far from here, what they've located my problem is starting off with being my spine. My spine is being in the wrong direction and being shifted. It's pinching off the nerves, which is why I'm having the numbness in my leg. So with them helping me retrain the muscles to put the spine back where it belongs, I'm starting to get feeling back in that leg. The staff here is phenomenal, exceptional. They go above and beyond to make you feel welcome and make you feel like they're doing what they're supposed to. They are taking care of you, and they actually care about taking care of you. Oh, Dr. Howe's great. I wish I could see her more often, but I don't get to see her that often anymore. But yeah, she's great. She explains things in a manner that anybody could understand. And she takes a complex situation and simplifies it for you so that you understand what's going on with yourself. I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old that I also bring here too.
Busy boy.
My 2-year-old suffers a lot of ear infections, and this is the cure. I bring him in here, they do an adjustment on him, and his ears clear out and clear up, and he's fine. I've had him at the pediatrician, and they have given him antibiotic after antibiotic after antibiotic, and nothing's ever done anything. And I bring him here, one adjustment, he's fine the next day. I brought her here once because she had fallen from a serious height, and I just wanted her checked out. She wasn't really suffering any ailments, but I brought her in here, had her checked. I bring her in here once a year just for a checkup. Just kind of a maintenance thing. Make sure that she's in check.